Hello everybody, welcome to my channel as the garden turns. So today in this video we're going to make some really easy cruffins, and they're going to go with our egg muffins, which should be really good, our egg bites. So we're going to have like a muffin meal tonight. So we're going to also eat outside, which is going to be cool because we have a new area outside that we put together, and so we're going to be eating outside. So I have some puff pastry dough that I've had in my fridge for quite a while and I need to get rid of it. And so I'm going to use this dough to make some nice cruffins. And as I said, my Max wants to get in the bath. So I have about, let's see how many tablespoons of butter this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do about 5 tablespoons of butter here. And it's soft, room temp. I'm just going to go ahead and place that on top of my puff pastry. And then you want to smooth this out. Nice even layer. And so we're having breakfast for dinner today. And so I'm also doing my first ever sourdough loaf. So I'm going to see how that turns out. Oh no, I just put a hole through the dough, this little thing here. That's not going to do anything. So you want to just get this spread out. And then tomorrow we're going to have some ultimate extreme grilled cheese sandwiches with bacon. So you want to tune in for that on homemade sourdough bread, as long as my sourdough bread comes out fine. All right, so almost got this spread out here.
Here, come in. Come here.
Again, I caught it on the end there. All right, so let's mix up some cinnamon sugar. I'm gonna need about a ½ cup of sugar. And then about 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I have my teaspoon over here. I'm going to add a little bit more sugar. I love cinnamon. Max is getting a bath. He doesn't like it. That's about a cup. So a cup of sugar to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm going to get this all mixed up, and then we're going to put this on our cruffin dough. All right, so next, I am not going to add all of the cinnamon sugar because it's a lot of sugar, but I'm going to add about ½ a cup. So you want to sprinkle this on to your butter layer evenly. And then we went thrift shopping today, and I found a proofing mat. And it was like just as I was about to leave, I looked in this bin that was like right by the checkout, and I'm like, why is there a loaf of bread on there? And I pulled it out, and it was a proofing mat. And I looked it up, and they run about 50 bucks online. So I think I got a good deal. I think because I got a lot of stuff, and we paid about 50 bucks at the by the pound store. So I'm even gonna spread this out a little bit more and kind of push it down in my dough, because I want to keep most of my sugar mixture inside. I don't want it to fall out. All right, and then I have a muffin pan here that I have placed in my liners. And then we're gonna cut and roll. And then they're gonna go right into our muffin liners here. All right, so I'm gonna get a cutter. All right, so I'm gonna cut long way here. And then I'm gonna roll. Like so. And I'm gonna place it in my cupcake pan here. And I'm going to do them all like that. So I have another one cut. We're going to roll this. Pinch that seam. Kind of push in the bottom a little bit. And then place it in your cup and push it down some, like so. And then I'm going to complete these and I'll be right back. Okay, next I want to take a little bit of butter. This is about a tablespoon, and I'm going to smear it on top here. Just a little brush. Alright, so now you want to follow this with a sprinkle of cinnamon sugar. And you want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to throw in our Cruffins. And I'm going to start on our egg bites. So that should be nice. Get these in the oven. And these should be really good. And then I have some extra cinnamon sugar for another project. So, all right, y'all. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. This is really quick and easy Cruffins. All right, y'all. I am out here watching the bees come back in the evening. So they're coming back from foraging. As you can see, they're coming in for a landing. I think that they look so neat. And then I reduced the entrance for them because I want them to get used to having a smaller entrance, and I want them to be able to defend their hive if something happens. And so I made the entrance smaller for them. But look, I think they are just so neat. All right, I'm gonna go, y'all. I can sit out here all day. Okay, so these are our Cruffins. They are not done yet. I pulled them out because I want to do another sprinkling of sugar because I think they look really nice and they need another sprinkling of sugar on them. And so I'm going to put about, there's probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon, if that, on top. And then they're going to go right back into our hot oven. As you can see, they are starting to resemble muffins, you see? And they look pretty good. Back into the oven it goes. All right, y'all, so the Cruffins are out of the oven. Let me show you these bad boys up close. Wow. You know, them look good. Those look delicious. And then since it has the, I'm gonna let it cool off because this is hot. But look at that. Oh, I just can't. Okay. I'm gonna let those cool and then remove the wrappers. And then we're gonna be eating dinner. Don't forget, y'all, like, share, and subscribe. This is what we are having for dinner. We got our egg bites with spinach, cheese, bacon, and onions. We have our Cruffins, and we have our delicious strawberry, feta, orange, and spinach, baby spinach salad. This is what we are having for dinner, y'all. Breakfast for dinner. What are you having? Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe as the garden turns. All right, so we are out here in our little
Yeah.
area here. It's just a little tent. And we have our dinner. Relax. We got some music we gonna put on. Probably light some tea light candles and sit in here and relax and eat our breakfast for dinner. Here's my seat with a good view of the garden, y'all. Let me show you the view we got. Let me sit down. Oh, of the setting sun, y'all. All right, this is our this is what we doing Tuesday evening, having dinner outside in our new sitting area. Like, share, and Max is down there. Subscribe.